Hello, I am Savannah, and thank you for joining me for another installment of my I Love This Song. I think this is like the fourth or fifth one. But, you know, when it comes to songs that you really love, if you've ever watched me on the podcast, the Rate the Record podcast, I either hate songs or I love them. There's not really any in between. Unfortunately, I'm like a black and white thinking person. It's a fault of mine, I suppose. But it was pretty difficult for me to find a song that I loved because the past couple that I've done, I'm like, I really, really love this song. But I was thinking, what else do I actually love? What do I love? I love soft rock. So today I will be talking about Donald Fagen's I.G.Y and why I just cannot get enough of it. I think my enjoyment of yacht / jazz / soft rock really stemmed from having Steely Dan and Air Supply playing around me while growing up. I love the way it makes me feel, but now I seek it out myself when I'm feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just want to imagine myself on a yacht in the 70s without the cocaine. So Donald Fagen is one half of Steely Dan, and this song that I love, I.G.Y, is the first track off of Fagen's first solo album, The Nightfly, released in 1980. Speaking of Steely Dan, you can go ahead and check out the Steely Dan episode Kris and I did for the Rate the Record podcast, right up in that little corner. Editor, link please. Thank you. So I couldn't really tell you the first time that I heard this song because it kind of feels like it's just always been there. It feels timeless within the genre, and I think that's why I've liked it for so long. And to be quite honest with you, I absolutely love the entire album, but I had to pick one song to make a video on, and this one makes me feel the best. So why not, right? The older I get, the more I really understand that I think my dad decompressed emotionally by listening to music and driving aimlessly through all the country back roads. My brother and I would be in the car just sort of taking in whatever album he wanted to play that day. A lot of it shaped my musical preferences, whether it comes to Rush, Dream Theater, Porcupine Tree, listening to jazz drummers because my dad is a hobby drummer. A lot of what I like that I discovered as a child, I discovered through my dad. He would play Steely Dan's greatest hits, and he would play The Nightfly often. I would just get lost in the synths, the jazzy drum beats, the horns, just everything that I hadn't really experienced before this. Uh-oh, here comes the imagery. This is what I think of when I hear this song. This one too, and that. Please don't ask why I think those things. It's just the imagery that I feel gives this song sort of justice. It's a song that I would hear at the grocery store. Kind of reminds me of like the 70s, the 80s. Kind of gives me like a cool guy bell-bottom vibe. It's just, there's a lot going up in here during this song, and I mean, it's always the same thing. So clearly it's just the vibe the song's giving off, right? Again, what I absolutely love about this song is how it makes me feel. And really, I can just sum it all up in one word: calm. This song gives me the feeling that like everything is going to be all right. The future is bright and that everyone is going to benefit from it. In the chorus, hearing those beautiful backing vocals, oh, I absolutely love it. And they're singing, what a beautiful world this will be. What a glorious time to be free. And it's not hard to see why I feel the way I feel when I hear those things. From the twinkling keys in the intro to the weaving bass line through the entire song to the synth solo leading the song out, everything in this song is so smooth and on point. There is nothing here that pushes me to change the song or wish that a certain part was omitted. The layers of I.G.Y don't really feel like too much or too overwhelming, which again adds to the calm vibe of the song. They seem to all have a place and a purpose, much like an orchestra. And I wouldn't be surprised if while recording this, they had like a conductor of some sort just to kind of keep things on time, because everything just fade and end so nicely exactly where they should. And that is just complete medicine for the brain. I'd be lying if I said that I listen to this song often, and it may have opened the door to listening to soft rock, jazz rock, but opening that door let in so many other songs and artists that I currently have on rotation. I do love that I don't overdo it with this song, because I have a tendency of doing that. I find something that I like and I listen to it to death until I just don't want it anymore. And then maybe 6-8 months down the road, I'll listen to it again. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this song. But I overdo it. It's like I overeat on it. But this song, I make sure I ration myself. I make sure I only have a little bit here, a little bit there, and it sustains my like for it. It sustains the love. Take a listen to this entire album while you're outside laying in the sun. It'll give you a little bit of serotonin, and God knows we need a little bit of that. I know this one was kind of a short one. I do apologize for not going into a musical breakdown. I'm all about the feels, and this one makes me feel fantastic. Thank you for joining me today. Take a listen to Donald Fagen's I.G.Y. and let me know what you think. Now I have to go find another song that I love so we can do this again. Thank you very much. I'm Savannah. Goodbye.